Hi, my name is Roger Lewno. I'm a high horsepower product specialist with CaseIH. What I do is I follow our Magnum line of tractors and also our Steiger line of tractors. Magnum line starts at 150 PTO horsepower or 180 engine horsepower, and we go all the way up through the 400 horsepower line. With these tractors, they're the conventional row crop tractors. Behind me you see the QuadTrac, or I also follow the Steiger tractors. With the Steiger tractors, there are articulated tractors that bend in the middle. With all of these tractors, we offer the CVX drive or a power drive. With the CVX drive on the Magnum line, we start with the 180 and we go all the way up through the 380. The new 400 is only with the power drive. When you go over to the Steiger line of tractors, we offer the CVX drive from the 370 up through the 540, and when you go to the 580 or the 620, those tractors are only available with the power drive transmission. AFS Connect is the new tractors that we are introducing, and with the AFS Connect, what we have got the capabilities of doing is the tractor data that comes off the tractor, the CAN bus material. The customer is able to see this data back home or anytime he or she wants to look at it. So with the Connect, it allows the grower, the producer, to take data from the tractor and likewise from our implements, the planters, etc. And he or she can look at the data, distribute the data as they need be. So maybe the producer himself wants, let's say, data coming from the tractor, and he wants to share that data with the dealer that sold him the tractor. And therefore, if the tractor exhibits, let's say, a fault, the fault would be recorded. There would be a text message that would go to the dealer if that's who the customer assigned, and the material belongs to the customer, whoever purchased the tractor. So they can take and send this data where they want to. So in this case, it may go to the dealer. The dealer can look at it, and the dealer's got the capabilities then, if there is something that he or she could correct, they could send the data back or come back to the tractor. We can remote display the tractor, and or we could remote service tool the tractor, so it may save a field trip out to keep the tractor running. And what we're really looking at CaseIH is making certain that we've got uptime for the grower. Likewise, we can take material coming from the implement and we can place that. The grower can maybe not share that with the dealer, but he could share it with his agronomist or who he or she wants to, and they can, let's say, write a prescription or do the information that the customer is after, and they can send it back to the tractor, so whoever's operating the tractor can pick up this material and run through the field. Okay, when we deal with the tractor itself, and one of the nice things that we've done with the AFS Connect is it's got a totally different operating system. And when I say that, behind me is the Steiger tractor. It's the same operating system on the Magnum, so they're all encompassed and using the same system. So we've got a Pro 1200 display on the tractor. The Pro 1200 display is color-coded. It's touch screen. It's a 12-inch wide screen, so it's a big, and the screen can be viewed in the sunlight as we've got today, and allows the operator, the producer, to change and tailor the screens the way they want them. So it's not a fixed screen. It becomes very easy to operate. When we look at the tractor, anything in the orange really is operation or control of the tractor. If you deal with yellow, for example, that deals with the PTO on the tractor. So we kind of color-coded the unit so that the operator has got certain color codes. The operation of the AFS Connect tractor for CaseIH is identical to what he had previously. New armrest, new controls, but physical location and is the same. The operator environment within the tractor, we have made some changes. First of all, color coding on the tractor. We've got a tan colored cab, makes it brighter and bigger on the tractor. We carry the 40-degree swivel on the seat, so the controls are positioned so everything is there. What we're really working for is one display. So the Pro 1200 will operate the tractor and it'll operate the equipment. So we work through the ISO bus and everything will coordinate and come together. With that, the changes we've made within the cab, we've relocated some of the things. We've got some storage compartments that we've added in the tractor. Some of the nice things we've got is if the operator is looking for, let's say, something in the operator's manual. The operator's manual is on the Pro 1200 display. So all the operator needs to do is open up that segment, and he or she could then go through and do a search feature on the display and pick it up. For example, if they want to work with APM, automatic productivity management, they don't know how to set it or how to set one of the remote valves. You could push in remote valves or APM, it'll search the operator's manual and they can go through and it's right there on the screen and identified just like if you're searching an Adobe file on your computer. The other nice thing we've got with the Pro 1200 is with this new display, the operator is not locked into a screen the way the factory or somebody set it up. He or she can tailor the screens to meet what they want. So whatever they want to view, however they want to look at it, all they have to do is go in and tailor the screens. For example, if they want to delete something on there and bring something else on, we've got 7 run buttons on the unit. You just merely hold one of those run buttons and the screen will pop up into an editing mode. Within the editing mode, you can slide things around. If you got something on the extreme left-hand side and you want to put it on the main screen, all you got to do is use your finger, touch it, slide it over. You can delete it, put it in the wastebasket, and you can hit the plus button and it'll automatically bring up a menu and you can pull in from that menu for whatever you want to view. And once you got the screen tailored, there's a little X on the bottom of that line and you can hit the X and it'll automatically save that screen or those layouts for where you're at. One of the things that we've got on the AFS Connect tractors is there are 2 cameras that come standard on the tractor. One is in front, right at the grill screen, and one is in the rear. So this allows the operator to choose, let's say that they're running a front hitch on a Magnum tractor, for example. The front hitch will show exactly, or the front camera, what the front hitch is doing. And or rather than having to constantly turn back and look at the implement, maybe they just want to watch the camera. And you can put the camera in a small setting, let's say a 1:3 setting on the screen, or you can just tap the setting and it'll give you a full picture of the screen. So there's flexibility so the customer isn't locked into one setting himself or herself as they operate. When you deal with the tractor, the air conditioning controls, there's hot buttons on the unit, so you don't need to go into the screen constantly. Once you get the tractor set up, it becomes very easy. And the work that I've done with the producers makes it that these growers like what they're seeing, and they will, within a short period of time, they will know and tailor the tractor to meet their requirements. The other nice thing we got about the tractor is, let's assume that I'm the owner and I've got an operator out there, and the operator gets out there and has got a question. They don't know what to do. I've got the tractor scheduled in my fleet, so as a producer, I've got the tractor logged into my fleet. That way I can monitor it, I can see if I need fuel in the tractor or DEF in the tractor, if my operator is driving at the speeds I want him to do, things of that nature. I've also got the capability, let's assume the operator doesn't know how to set a remote valve or set its timer or go into a motor function. So he can call me, and rather than I having to try and explain to him, and we've got a communication gap, what we can do is remote display view. So if I'm sitting at my office, at home, I can send him a text message through my computer. He will get a login. What the operator can do then is accept it. When he accepts it, there's an orange ring that comes around the screen. And now I as the guy looking at it on my computer cannot change the screen, but I can move my mouse around and show him and point to where I want him to go, and it becomes very easy to monitor and go through the tractor. The tractor is I think, got lots of new features on it. When we deal with the model year 21 Steiger tractors, and we start looking at some of the features, some of the uniqueness that we've brought in. First of all, the tractor's got all brand new remote valves in the back. And with the new remote valve, they've got a lever. The couplers lay flat instead of horizontal as we were previously. They're color coordinated to match and go with the Magnum tractor, so the red would be on the bottom, etc. as you come up. One of the nice features that we've got with the color coding and the remote valves, not only on the Steiger tractors, but also on the Magnum tractors, is if I got the tractor set up to suit me, and another operator wants to operate the tractor and they don't like the profile that I've got. In other words, maybe for example a grain cart, and I use the first remote valve or the one closest to me to control my gate. The second operator likes the one furthest away from him to control the gate. It's just a matter of going on the screen and changing location from the one to the other. Punch of a button, and now the operator has got the second one. When you start the tractor, it will always ask you, do you want to save them the way they are, or do you want to change them back or default them back to the home position? So the tractor has got a lot of coordination that CaseIH has brought into it with customer input, so that the tractor is really customer focused, is what we've done. Customers have given us that input, and we have tried to take that input and place it into the tractor so that it meets our customer needs. Oh, you asked about other changes on the tractor. We talked about the cameras. If we deal with other changes that have come into the tractor, the coordination of the seat, what we have done, you got 40-degree swivel on the seat, the new armrest. You can control the armrest up and down, so you can position it to meet your requirements. We've brought in all kinds of electrical things, so if we're dealing with headland turn sequence, with the headland turn sequence, what we can do is we can tailor, we can adjust. So once you've got a sequence, you can go in and you can edit that sequence. You can change from time to distance and take it back to time, so you can get the implement to work. And oh, by the way, we've got another great feature that we've brought in on the tractors. And with that, and this tractor behind me is equipped with that, and it's AccuTurn is what we refer to. And with AccuTurn, what will happen is the tractor will come out at the headland, we will make, and it'll make a perfect light bulb turn if that's what you coordinate, and you can go back in. And the real beauty of this is you can have the implement running straight behind the tractor when you drop, and it'll be consistent. And really what we're looking at is almost the beginning of the autonomous unit. You could start on the left-hand side of the field, and you never need to touch the steering wheel, and you can go all the way to the right-hand side of the field if you started on the left, or vice versa. We've also got the capabilities of going every pass. You could go every other pass, etc. And it becomes very easy to set up. We set it up here for the demonstration. When we set this up, it took us maybe, once we had a border around the field, about 2 minutes, and the tractor was good to go, and we were back and forth. So it becomes very easy. It's customer friendly is maybe the word that I can say, and that's what we're striving to do with CaseIH. The other beauty of this is if I'm dealing with my Magnum tractors or if I'm dealing with the Steiger tractors, they operate identical. So the same operation, the same settings, everything that they use works one for one.